hey, mamas and papas, if the kids are watching, it's time to chuck on the iPad. Get a bit of Bluey on, because it's about to get real steamy in here. Because, good. Because recently, music icon Robbie Williams opened up in a very candid interview about his private life, detailing that he and his wife, Ada Field, just don't have sex anymore.
Which means it's actually not that steamy in here.
Yeah.
Relationship expert Melissa Ferrari is here to weigh in. This took us by surprise. So according to Robbie Williams, and this is a quote, there is no sex after marriage. Is that common?
It's not common.
Right.
Look, all relationships are different, of course, and you do have to put in a little bit more energy, but no sex after marriage, that is absolutely not common. Now, are people doing it all the time? Probably not. But generally, couples are trying to keep their relationship a little bit spicy by making sure that they're having sex occasionally.
Yeah. But as you grow in relationships and stuff, there is changes in libido because everyone's nuanced, everyone's different. So if a couple is on a different page, how do you address that?
Okay, well, first of all, communication is important, but also understanding libidos change with time, you know. Sometimes we can be feeling more stressed. One of you might be suffering a mental health issue. One of you might have just lost your job. There could be money issues. And then there's a time when both of you, things are doing well. The brain doesn't function very well around passion and desire when we're under stress. And so these kind of things, you know, we can go up and down around our libido. And if you're in tune at the same time, well, then that's great. But really, I think understanding each other, knowing each other well, and realising that desire does wane when there is a lot of stress. And we know life is stressful nowadays.
Okay, so we always joke about the 7-year itch, and that's the time when people start looking for something else, they lose a bit of interest in whatever they've got. Is that a real thing? Is that legit?
It kind of is. I'd say it's more 10 years, 7 to 10 years. But the how I think about that is that we automate our partner. It means our partner becomes very familiar, which makes the relationship secure. This is what the brain does, so we experience security. But it means I know you, you've become too familiar to me, and so then that can stop desire. Because when someone is too familiar, we become less curious and a little bit less engaged. So I think that is true. And so to reignite things, sometimes people will say this is a 7-year itch and go and find someone else to experience all of that, you know, great hormone rush again. So there is some truth in it, and that's why couples need to really start paying attention around that time.
It can affect people's self-esteem too, which then plays into having desire. But what about intimacy? Isn't just about sex though. So what other ways can couples strengthen their connections? Well,
know each other. Know what your partner's vulnerabilities are. Know the areas where you need to take care of them, you know, like knowing your partner's really important. Regular touch, paying attention. And another thing is eye gazing. When you gaze into your partner's eyes, providing you like each other, right, it excites the nervous system, you know, that curiosity. And the eyes actually don't change. We can get wrinkles around our eyes, but the eyes you fell in love with, even 50 years later, are still there so long as they haven't been damaged. Yeah. And so reigniting the spark, gazing at each other's eyes really does work.
That's really cool.
I'm going to book that optometrist appointment.
Okay, so get your eyes fixed. What if you and your partner have been in a bit of a dry spell? How do you break that? How do you overcome that?
Oysters?
Oysters will help. But again, that communication, if you're not having sex, at least have skin contact, you know. Lie in bed skin to skin, sleeping on. That helps co-regulate the nervous system. Getting your nervous system a little bit more in sync is helpful. And what's great for that is actual daily rituals, making sure that in the morning you do a little bit of eye gazing. At the end of the day, a hug, which is really an embrace, stomach to stomach, where you actually regulate each other after a stressful day.
Regulate
this is
each other.
science.
Wow.
This is science, right?
Wow.
You know, this stuff really works, and we call it the welcome home exercise, where you really do
Welcome home.
hug your partner, stomach to stomach, until both of you are relaxed and finished. And then get on with the day. Couples report a better night if they do that rather than walking into each of you slamming cupboard doors or grumpy, because that will be a passion killer.
Yeah. Oh, 100%.
Tummy to tummy.
Tummy to tummy. Depends what you're slamming in the cupboard door on, I suppose.
Exactly. Or what you're slamming.
Well, okay, I think Bluey's finished now. We have to go.
Headphones off.
That was it. Headphones off for the kids' station. That's it.
Oh, wow.
I'm actually glad we did that.
I'm really glad. That was insightful.